Hi, I'm Mr. Monty, and we got ourselves a new car in the game, and I forgot what it's called. It's called the Overflod Imorgon for $2,165,000, and I heard this thing was supposed to be some type of electric car, right? Yeah, it says you dreamt about the ultimate super electric sports car, so I'm assuming this thing is the ultimate super electric sports car. They should have just called it that. That's a great name. All right, let's go with this thing in blue and let's get it. Hey, our ultimate super electric sports car just got delivered. Let's go check it out. Wow, would you look at that ultimate super electric sports car? Doesn't it just look great? Love that name for it. It's just so awesome. This thing is actually pretty snazzy looking, so if it's an electric car, I'm assuming it's not really going to have much of a sound, so let's listen to it though. Wow, what a sound. This thing literally has not one bit of sound. That's interesting. Yo, this thing looks so cool. I like it. I like the backlight. Whoa. This thing has like a turbo in it. That's pretty cool. Did you guys see that? I want you guys to listen to that. As soon as I start going, it's like super quiet. And then once I get like halfway through of really accelerating, it just like something kicks in. That's so interesting. Like it's something kicks in there. It sounds like it's like some type of turbo in there. That's pretty cool. All right, let's customize it. All right, let's put armor up all the way, brakes up all the way, bumpers, front bumpers. We have carbon stock bumper, primary stock bumper, primary splitter, plastic splitter, carbon splitter, primary race splitter, plastic race splitter, and then carbon race splitter. I'll probably go with primary race splitter. I think that one looked the coolest out of all of them, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I like that a lot. All right, rear bumpers. We have primary trim diffuser, carbon diffuser, alt diffuser, primary alt diffuser, carbon alt diffuser, GT race setup Mark 1. Wow, that looks pretty cool looking. It's like held up by like a wire. That's pretty cool. GT race setup Mark 2, GT race setup Mark 3, GT race setup Mark 4, race setup Mark 5, I was assuming it'd be Mark 6. Sorry. All right, we got primary GT race setup Mark 1. That's a mouthful. That's pretty cool looking. I like that one a lot. Primary GT race setup Mark 2, primary GT race setup Mark 3, primary GT race setup Mark 4, primary GT race setup Mark 5, then carbon GT race setup Mark 1, carbon GT race setup Mark 2, carbon GT race setup Mark 3, carbon GT race setup Mark 4, and then carbon GT race setup Mark 5. My God, why are there so many options for them? They all look basically the same. Jesus. All right, I think I'm going to go with probably this one. This one looked really, really cool, right? Yeah, I like that one a lot. I'm going to go with that one. My God, that was a lot of options. All right, we got chassis. So we have rally cage and setup Mark 2. Well, that's probably like in the inside there. If you guys want to look in there, there's a little seat in there. Racing cage setup Mark 1. Tuner cage setup Mark 1. Street cage setup Mark 1. Secondary rally setup Mark 1. Secondary race setup Mark 1. Secondary tuner setup Mark 1. Secondary street setup Mark 1. Rally cage setup Mark 2, racing cage setup Mark 2, tuner cage setup Mark 2, racing cage setup Mark 2, secondary rally setup Mark 2, secondary rally setup Mark 2, secondary tuner setup Mark 2, secondary street setup Mark 2, rally cage setup Mark 3, racing cage setup Mark 3, tuner cage setup Mark 3, street cage setup Mark 3, secondary rally setup Mark 3, secondary racing setup Mark 3, secondary tuner setup Mark 3, and then secondary street setup Mark 3. Oh my God, that was so much to read. And if you're wondering, these 25 options really don't look like much on the inside. It basically just changes the freaking seat. Why do we need so many seat options? My God. All right, now let's move on to our engine. We'll put that up all the way. Exhaust. Why does this thing have an exhaust if it's electric? Are electric cars supposed to have exhaust? Okay, okay. I'm learning something new here. All right, we got titanium tipped exhaust, carbon exhaust, big bore exhaust, titanium twin big bore exhaust, and then chrome twin big bore exhaust. You know what I'm wondering? When we were driving there, like when I got like halfway through, it really started to like kick in. Like you heard something start. Maybe this thing is electric with an engine in it. So maybe it starts out electric and then an engine kicks in when you really start get going. Maybe that's what it is, because why does this thing have exhaust? That's pretty cool. Probably going to go with these, though, because they'll look really cool. And I might keep this thing blue. It looks awesome in blue, so I'm going to go with those. I like that a lot. All right, explosives not right now. Grill, we have carbon grill insert and then plastic grill insert. I'm going to go with the plastic one. I like that whole black look. It looks awesome. All right, go with that. Hoods, we have carbon stock hood, single vented hood, carbon single vented hood, double vented hood, carbon double vented hood, quad vented hood, and then carbon quad vented hood. Probably go with the quad vented. I might make it carbon depending on the color I make the car, because that actually looks really freaking cool, but I also want to see if there's any liveries for it, so we'll keep it like that for right now. Horns, we'll just keep that standard. Lights, headlights, sure. Do we put a layout on this thing? Yeah, we'll put a layout. Why not? All right, now we'll move on to our liveries. So we have Overflod stripes. It's pretty cool looking. Alt Overflod stripes, so it just makes it yellow. Enigma's Racing? That's pretty cool looking. I like that. That's not bad. Stuck in the 90s. Ooh, dang. That's hot. I like that a lot. Oh, you know which one I'm going with. I like that a lot. All right, Sprunk Racing. That's not bad. It's sketchy, though. LTD Racing. I don't know what LTD stands for, but there's that. Sierra, I don't know how to pronounce that, but there's that right there. That's pretty cool looking. Then Kiasma Beer. That's pretty interesting. I like that one a lot. I don't think we've really ever seen that one before. It's like a big chubby kitty on top. I like that. That's pretty cool. Zero Gas. That one's interesting looking. Ragma Rum. That's cool. I like that. There's like a little lion on the side. That's pretty cool looking. I'm a fan. Muscle Gymnasium. That one's pretty cool. I think that would look really awesome without the big old Muscle Gymnasium stickers on it. I think that would look really, really cool with those stripes. I like that a lot. And then Mean Machine. Ooh, we got a little sharky shark on this thing. That's pretty cool looking. All right, I think I'm definitely going to go with this one, though. Yeah, that one. That one's really cool looking. It just makes this thing look ridiculous, and I love it. So we're going with that. All right, let's move on to our mirrors. So we have primary mirrors and then carbon mirrors. Probably make those... probably primary, right? Yeah, we'll go with primary for now. All right, plate. We'll just make it Madman and keep it white. Respray. Now we can move on to see what our colors are. So I'm going to take the livery off real quick. All right, so the primary color does basically the whole entire car, but the roof. And then obviously the secondary, I'm assuming, does the roof. Yeah, the secondary does the roof up there. And then the trim color does the whole entire trim on the inside right there. So that's what that does. Interesting thing to note, with this livery, you can't change any of the colors on it. Nothing changes on it. So when you put on a primary, it really doesn't change much on it, other than like the glossiness of it, I guess. But yeah, that doesn't really change much. I don't know why I just bought it, but yeah, there's that. My suggestion is to get some type of metallic color if you're going to use this livery, because you can actually see the little bit of metallicness, so that's pretty cool. So I definitely recommend a metallic color with this livery. And I'm going to go with hot pink because that looks awesome. And also the secondary changes the stitching on the inside as well, so that's pretty cool. And the inside color, I think I'm going to go with Ultra Blue. I think Ultra Blue looks really cool with this thing. It just sets everything off nice, and I like it, so I'm going with it. I like it a lot. All right, Cruelum goes right on the side there, but it doesn't really look good with this livery because it covers stuff up. All right, now let's move on to our roofs. We have primary roof. And then carbon roof, which I'm assuming would just make it obviously the carbon, and then your primary roof, which you can't really do with this livery, so there's that. All right, let's move on. So now we can go sell. We don't want to sell this thing. Skirts, we can put a carbon skirt on this thing, or we can put a primary skirt. Probably going to go with primary, right? Does that look good? Yeah, I kind of like it black. Yeah, I'm going to go with carbon on that. I kind of like that black right there. All right, now we got spoilers. So we have upper mounted spoiler, so it's just a little more up on there. Carbon upper mounted spoiler. Tuner spoiler. Carbon tuner spoiler. High racing spoiler, carbon high racing spoiler, GT spoiler, carbon GT spoiler, big wing, wow that's big, carbon big wing, curved spoiler, carbon curved spoiler, angled spoiler, and then carbon angled spoiler. Which one am I gonna pick? I kind of like the tuner spoiler because it just looks really simple and I like that, but then again the upper mountain spoiler is very interesting to me. I just like how high up it is. It looks really cool, so I'm definitely gonna go with that one. I like that a lot. And now let's move on to our sun strips. We have none, which is probably what I'm going to go with. Primary, secondary, hard stand, globe oil, overflod, plastic, primary quarters cover. What does that do? What does that do? Oh, that covers little corners down there. Okay. Secondary quarters cover, hard stand quarters cover, globe oil quarters covers, overflod quarter covers, plastic quarter covers, then primary full cover, so it'll put it on the front there and then in the back. Secondary full cover, hard stand full cover, globe oil full cover, overflod full cover, plastic full cover. So there's all those. I probably won't go with any of them, possibly the back window, but I think that'll just look cool if I just have them tinted, right? Possibly I might go with one of these. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to keep this none. I think it'll look cool once the windows are tinted, so I'm just going to go with none on that. Suspension, I guess we'll put this thing all the way down. Transmission up all the way. Wheels, we'll just put a random wheel on it because I suck at picking wheels. Those look cool, right? Yeah, I'm going with those. I feel like I always go with them, but they're just cool looking, okay? I will go with those. Wheel color, don't know what color I'll make them. Yeah, with the wheel color, I'm going to go with black. I even tinted my windows black because sometimes that helps with picking out wheel colors, but I think I'm just going to keep them standard black. That just makes it look cool rather than crazier than it already is, so we'll just go with black for the wheels. Wheel tire design. So we have custom tires. We can put those on. Yeah, we probably will. Tire design, put bulletproof on them, of course. And then tire smoke will probably make them blue. I think blue will look cool, right? Yeah. And then we have our windows. I already put the limo on, but you can have these ones on there as well. But the limo will obviously look the sickest. And then now we're done. Then we should put our lights on. And the lights, I think I'm going to make hot pink. I think it looks really cool, right? Yeah, I like that. All right, we'll go with the lights on hot pink, and now we're done. Let's take this thing out and drive it around. Wow, doesn't this thing just look crazy, dude? I love it when my vehicles just come out looking absolutely insane. I just love it because they look awesome. I like it a lot. All right, let's drive this thing. Oh my God, I almost crashed. Well, kind of did. Yeah, this car is very interesting because once you get going, like, it sounds very quiet, but then once you get going, I feel like there's an engine in this thing because that's why there's exhaust. Because then I feel like the engine kicks in and really starts to get you going because it's really cool. I like this car. It's very interesting. This thing just looks freaking sick. It's just beautiful. I love all the colors on it. I like it a lot. And obviously, I can't really give you guys my opinion on this thing too much because I don't know if it's as fast as other supercars or as other electric cars in the game. Just from driving it around a little bit here, it doesn't feel that fast. It doesn't feel as fast compared to the, what's that thing called? The Coil Cyclone. It definitely doesn't feel as fast as that one. I think that one's the fastest electric car in the game. So definitely wait on other YouTubers to make videos on this thing if you're a racer because I don't think it's as fast as the Coil Cyclone. Might be, but it doesn't feel like it at all. So, yeah, but if you're not a racer and you're just a car guy like me that just likes cool cars and funny looking cars like this one, then definitely buy it because it's a pretty cool car. And it makes it very interesting because I feel like there's an engine in this thing and it's pretty cool. So, yeah. Yeah, that thing looks an awful lot like an engine, but it also looks like a battery too. So, I don't know what this friggin' thing is, but I just love it. I think it's awesome. All right, guys, that is where I'm going to end this video for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!